On paper, this is a rich country, yet its people are forced to shuffle along in lines for toilet paper. At 65 years old, Ivan should be enjoying his retirement. Instead, he spends his days queuing.
What have you got in your shopping trolley?
Mira.
Nothing? What do you want today?
Azúcar, leche, papel toalé
He
que
wants
no
sugar,
tenemos.
milk, soap and toilet paper. This in a country with some of the largest oil reserves in the world. But the price of oil slumped and the government's management of the economy has been disastrous.
I'm very annoyed. Only God knows what we're going through. Because in truth, no one is helping us. We have a government that doesn't care at all.
Desperation set in, which means not only has Ivan queued here for hours, he doesn't even know what for.
You've been here 3 hours?
3 horas. Y mira.
And do you know what you're going to get when you go into the shop?
No sabemos.
You don't know what you're waiting
Nada.
for?
Estamos aquí sin saber qué es lo que hay.
And it got worse. The front of the queue led to this. The loading bay of a supermarket, locked shut. There were no deliveries and no goods.
So the line stops here and then what?
It's a symbol of a system that's failing.
Scenes like this are playing out across the country as people swap rumours about what goods are available where, spending hours every day standing in line. So people have become almost obsessed by the shortages. And it's played extremely badly for the government here, which has now turned to its old nemesis, the United States, accusing it of waging an economic war against the people. And a recent move by Washington, declaring Venezuela a national security threat, has just handed the government here a propaganda victory.
President Maduro accused America of trying to overthrow his government. Military exercises were ordered. Diplomats were expelled as he rallied people to his side.
Obama liked to destroy Venezuela. And if journalists from England are very good with Venezuela, they need to understand very well that at the moment, Venezuela is near to be attacked from the United States.
President Obama said it was part of sanctions against 7 officials, that he doesn't really see Venezuela as a threat. But it's hampered his efforts to redraw America's image. And although it's given President Maduro a reprieve, it'll be short-lived, as Venezuela's problems only grow. There are fears the economic crisis is literally killing people. Dr. Romero is a cancer surgeon. He gets just $50 a month in a public hospital, so also works here in a private clinic. He says patients in the state system are at greater risk, more having radical surgery, because of a shortage of equipment and medicine.
The situation right now is very difficult. Every day is worse. And if the things going on like this, will be a humanitarian crisis.
A humanitarian crisis? Is
yeah.
That, you think it's that?
I think there will be every day the rate of mortality is growing up. And breast cancer is going up.
Many here live in fear of opposing the government. But there have been protests, some violent. And unless the price of oil rallies, there's likely to be more shortages and even greater strife.
From above, Caracas' skyline still hints at the opulence that once characterized oil-rich Venezuela. But at ground level, there's no hiding today's reality. People queuing all night for food and medicine. Inflation at over 700%, the highest in the world. Murder and kidnapping out of control, while Venezuelans who can flee their country, once a magnet for immigrants. And with a political confrontation mounting steadily, many warn that the nation with one of the world's largest oil reserves is on the edge of the abyss. Talk to Al Jazeera travels to the capital, Caracas, where many airlines are now refusing to fly. A city where the late Hugo Chavez is still a presence, witnessing the decay of his Bolivarian revolution. Violent crime is rampant, the police incapable of stopping people from looting, or others from killing for a bag of food. Political violence against opponents of the populist government of President Nicolás Maduro is intensifying. But it's common crime that is terrifying all Venezuelans, no matter what their beliefs or social class. Venezuela is now one of the world's most dangerous countries, and Caracas the city with the highest murder rate, according to a recent independent study.
Caracas has never felt so unsafe. Even 6 months ago, I wasn't afraid to go out onto the street over there in front of the hotel to get a car. Now I'm being warned that armed men on motorcycles can just zip by at any moment and kill you for a cell phone or even less. So I'm being told to wait here by the door because there's nothing that the hotel's security can do about it. They're not armed, unlike the people out on the street.
Eliana Castro makes a living selling coffee to people who queue in endless lines, hoping to buy food. She used to have an office job, but quit because she couldn't feed her children on her salary. Eliana supports them alone because her husband was murdered. He was shot 7 times when criminals tried to steal his motorcycle.
Asesinaron a mi pareja hace 2 años para robarle la moto y solamente lograron robarle el celular.
Was that something exceptional?
Eso pasa a diario, incluso aquí en la avenida donde yo vivo. Son robos y robos diariamente, solamente de celulares, de una moto, de cualquier cosa material. Te pueden quitar la vida.
Did they ever find the assassin?
Nunca. Eso quedó engavetado, como todo aquí en este país. Yo fui, hice mi diligencia, yo no supe nunca quién fue que asesinó a él. Nunca.
The acute shortages of food and other basic necessities has led to this. A truck carrying live chickens to market ransacked on the road without local police even attempting to interfere. Looting of bakeries, pharmacies, and especially supermarkets is spreading throughout the whole country. And so, when there are large queues, the army is often deployed to guarantee order and prevent journalists from filming, like on the day we met Eliana. When the officer in charge tried to stop our cameraman from filming, the people in line began screaming, "Let them show how we are living." And when the soldiers threatened to arrest him, the crowds actually pushed them away, unintimidated by their uniform or weapons.